Wait. Oh, you ready?
They say if you really, really want to get to know a person, you should travel with them. Well, here's a quick recap of a 2-week road trip and how I got to know her, my girlfriend.
My baby 想要做你配送需要你的点头无意间的回眸把我心给牵走爱开始追踪希望你会懂你有说
I'm actually really looking forward to this trip. Not that I'm nervous or anything, but it will be the first time that I go on a road trip with my girlfriend. It was the end of July and I told myself to take a break, take my mind off work and YouTube and just enjoy life for a bit. No, not bringing the big boy. My back needs a break as well. So instead, I actually brought along this, a 12-year-old dad cam that a random stranger sold to me online, and we ended up filming most of our road trip on it. Now, I may not be the dad of any actual children yet, but after this road trip, I do have hours and hours of way too zoomed in videos, which I think is basically the same thing.
Kids next to us are screaming. It's so funny.
Who's getting all my time? All of they used to be mine. Oh, who did you teach when I taught you? Better not give them my nickname. I don't like thinking about it. I swear that it's wearing me down. No, baby, who's getting all of mine? Who's getting all of mine? Residuals.
Crazy fireworks and beautiful mountains aside, I'll be honest, I also thought about all the things that could go wrong on this trip. Again, not that I was nervous or anything, as I've said, but what if she gets carsick 5 minutes into the trip? What if she doesn't like what I planned? And what if we ended up actually not liking each other a few days in? It will probably be awkward as fuck. Despite that she's never been on such a long road trip before, I love the fact that she optimistically said yes and decided to not only go on this crazy 2-week adventure, but more crazily, she decided to go with me.
Lady, come here to be my baby. 我受够了只是想你，这道选择题它很简单 Money， 再多我也选择你，我在这里等你。哦，请你不要想太多，简单点，请你跟我说。
Even though I said that I will take my mind off YouTube and work during these 2 weeks with her, but a part of me still wanted to capture these little moments in life, and it just feels kind of wrong to leave them behind. So in order to at least partially keep my mind away from filming, I ended up giving my girlfriend the dad cam, and she was in charge of the memory capturing department most of the time. She had no camera knowledge whatsoever, and I told her to film whatever she wants, whenever she wants. And I didn't have a chance to go through any of the footage until now. People like to call these cameras dad cams, and I think the name pretty much summarizes what this camera is meant for. The average dad is probably trying to capture all the fun moments when we were kids and maybe show it to the in-laws and maybe try to embarrass you during a family reunion. It do be like that sometimes, but yes, of course, the picture quality or any specs on paper, you can never compare a dad cam to the new cameras these days. But that zoom though.
You can like see the text so clearly. Are you
I mean, look at it. It has a 55 times zoom. If I unleash the full potential of this camera, I can probably zoom into the future. But there is one camera metric that you can't really measure. Something that you can't really put your finger on that this dad cam can do. There is a certain vibe and aesthetic to it that is just unmatched.
like a sober restaurant?
bought some random stuff at Daiso because we're trying to kill time.
This angle feels like those old style angles. Oh, we can see from 500.
Seeing these old, a little bit washed out footages, it gave me a feeling of odd nostalgia. A very comforting feeling. Maybe this is what memories are supposed to look like, you know? A little bit blurry, a little bit zoomed in, but you can still piece together a picture of what happened that day. Filming with the dad cam was also such a breath of fresh air. I think it's a bit more magical than the convenience of our phones. Maybe just as convenient, but somehow 1,000 times warmer, easier, and just plain old fun. If there's anything to take away from this trip, I would say I learned that she takes at least an hour to get ready, even though she said it'll take half.
Are you done? Can we go now?
She's hungry even when she said she wasn't, and never deny her when she wants food because she'll think that you think she's fat. Ow! Okay, that was not supposed to make the cut, but anyways, if you do want to learn something new this summer or pick up a new skill set, I highly recommend you checking out the sponsor of today's video, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community where creatives like us get together to get inspired. I always think that creativity has a never-ending learning process, and it's always amazing to find new inspiration and learn from the best. Like from Marcus Brownlee, an OG tech content creator on YouTube for 15 years, and he's made over 1,000 videos. Super happy that he has a full breakdown of his workflow and be able to see what goes on behind the scenes of one of the biggest creators on YouTube. It is also one of the reasons why I bought this dad cam, because I want to try something new this summer, find something that clicks, and just in general want to try learning something from scratch again. It doesn't even have to be camera related. Anything from design, animation, music, or even marketing classes, Skillshare has got you covered. And Skillshare has been a more than amazing platform for creative individuals like us who want to learn something new. The first 500 people to use the link in the description will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. Have fun, get inspired, and thank you Skillshare for sponsoring this video. I think it's these candid moments during a road trip that makes you genuinely get to know someone, from the places that they like to visit, downright to their music preferences when we're at least in the car for a few hours a day. I like to refer to a road trip as having a mobile restaurant, a mobile karaoke room that brings you from A to B, which I also think it's the most fun part of any road trip. And on top of that, it's just really comfortable to spend time with someone you love, someone around where you can let your guard down and be yourself without a single care in the world. I always say that before I can't remember anything anymore, I would give up everything I have just to watch a 2-hour montage of me and my friends, my families, my loved ones' funniest moments together.
Can you ask the question again?
When you might die?
When?
Now?
Then I can have all the donuts to myself.
One final takeaway from this trip with her and using this old camcorder to film is that instead of capturing the moment, I think it's more important to be in the moment. And more often times than not, life can be as beautiful as you want it to be, with a little bit of imagination and a little bit of nostalgia. And of course, I would love to do this whole trip again with her.
I'm in a field of dandelions, wishing on everyone that you would be mine. Oh, and I see forever in your eyes. I feel okay when I see you smile. Smile. Wishing on dandelions all of the time, praying to God that one day you'll be mine.
Oh, did you record it?
Yeah.